Welcome back to 30 Days. It's that time again for day number 22 here on Quad V. Yes, it is that time again. It was in the last couple of days we did have one little hiccup, but I'm sure we'll be able to relieve that little hiccup very, very, very shortly. Today, however, it's going to be Avilo versus Troglodyte. I got this replay on GoSuGamers.net. Be sure to check it out for if you want to see any Starcraft and or Warcraft replays. I'm sure they will be catering to your needs quite nicely. However, we are, on a scrapyard, my apologies, as Avilo will be coming out as Terran, we have Troglodyte as Protoss. So we actually have a similar thing as yesterday on day 21, which was Terran versus Protoss as well, which, if you may remember, took about 40 minutes. That was a long cast. That was like Team Fortress 2 match long. Regardless, though, we are, however, underway in this matchup, as both sides really will have an interesting play. We have, of course, this long route. If you are Zerg, for example, you can rush around here with around the sides, say around here, and then move in to plunge down your Zerglings. We also saw TLO the other day actually building an early barracks right here, or in the natural expansion of the Protoss, and actually building Reapers right into its base, trying to move in there. So maybe we will see something like that on the other side of Avilo. Troglodyte, meanwhile, has gone for his initial chrono boosts, getting his probes up to play. As 48 PM from Troglodyte, that is low. As we have ourselves our first gateway, and we got ourselves a barracks being built. So no real clever play from Alivo just now. There's a probe right here, then that probe is most likely gonna feel it hard very, very shortly. As well as, is he gonna build? Is he gonna build? Is he gonna build? No, he's not gonna build anything there. No assimilator being built on towards the geyser. But this refinery is being built up on the other side as well. We do have these assimilator coming up, and the chrono boost coming in once again on towards the probes, so they'll be coming out as soon as well. So, Avilo moving this SCV out, and I will be able to build up this Nexus. Whoa, I'll spot this Nexus quite quickly. As and this probe is still in the base. Build a Marine, damn it! There we go. As Marine just coming up now, and they're trying to take out his probe, and the command center is coming up as well. So, and since he knows where the enemy is, we'll be able to scan everything down as well. Cybernetics core now coming up as well. So stalkers and sentries and all that jazz will be queued up shortly as well. Especially sentries will be nice versus something like Marauders. But you have a reactor being built on the other side, so well, expect those units to be to come up shortly as well. Going for a double build though, a reactor build, no factory so far. Double Marines? Do I dare? No, it's actually a command center there. No, the factory. My apologies, but reactor. Curious. No, he's actually is he moving it out? No, he's not. He's just moving Marines, and so double Marines now being built as well onto its factory. So we have a full Marine build coming out now from Avilo, as well as the factory, and it does look like he's going to be looking to well, get his initial units underway. We do already have a robotics facility, a very early robotics facility on the other side of the map. Already coming out, and this Stalker is not going to have a very difficult time taking on this SCV. There he goes. But he does know about the robotics facility, I think. Does Avilo know? Yes, he does. He does know about the robotics facility. He's already building an observer, which will keenly go on towards the other side of the map to see what is going on there, and to, well, as the name already implies, to observe and all that. So, meanwhile, both sides are taking it slow. Very, very slow. We got a single gateway now, and well, a pylon being built on that side, but only a single gateway. And we have a warp gate being queued up now as well. So that's curious. Yeah, warp gates being researched. So we have another gateway as well, and we have two starports now being built as well on the other side. Vikings or medevacs. We have tech labs being built up. Yeah, Banshees, perhaps. Not the best. Well, the Observer does know about them now, and he knows about Banshees slash Ravens potentially being built up. And what will we see from those starports? We will see Ravens. We have a Raven queued up, and Banshees as well, but this Observer is still there, and just will be able to see whatever the hell is going on there. So he will be able to counter early on. With more Stalkers, most likely. Stargate now coming out as well. And are we going to see Phoenixes? Would be a nice counter, because he does know about the two starports. And at this point, a Phoenix would be nice. A couple of them, actually, just to counter them. As Troglodyte Stargate is up. And there they are. The Phoenixes are queued in. The Stalkers are still in the back of the base on standby, but there's not much going on for the rest. No expansion's been queued up yet. Even Avilo just decides to go and check out whether or not there's a Nexus being built, but to no avail. Twilight Counts are now being built up. Expect that blink to come up on towards the Stalkers soon. As we do have several Phoenixes now being built. Not just the one at the moment, but the other one is coming out very, very quickly now. Where's that Raven? Where is that Raven? Oh, there it is. I'm being backed up by a single Banshee as well, but that shouldn't be too difficult to counter with these Phoenixes. And he's got, how many more does he have queued up? Ooh, one more, as well as Charge now coming out for the Zealots. Secondary command center is being built now, and will be dropping in towards an actual very, very shortly. As we do have these Phoenixes just checking out, see what's going on. Just going around, having a bit of a look. Okay, so they now know there's Phoenixes on the map. Oh, hello! Quickly being pushed towards the air. This Phoenix did get hurt a little bit due to the Viking that was there. Troglodyte is using those Phoenixes nicely, and you are able to just push them up in the air just by using their secret ability, They're just their ability to put units up in the air so they can attack them. Regardless, though, we have Mobius Reactor. Did I miss a? Yes, I did. I missed a Ghost Academy being built. As we have more Vikings as well as these Banshees up. And they're not building anything from the starport at the moment. We do have a single Ghost, and that EMP from the Ghost will take the energy away quite well from the Protoss. We do have this Nexus, this Hellion going around and just scanning things out. But he's not going to survive very long for the Hellion. There's more Phoenixes come out, as well as Protoss air weapons. Interesting. And we have 6 Phoenixes on the map. And 2 Stargates now as well. Still no Blink, but he does not have enough gas for that, so that's a bit of a shame on that front. But we'll have to see if he actually does anything like that. Let's take a look, shall we? Yeah. Ooh, a pylon right here. Can he actually, the warp grid right here, can he actually move towards the other side? I don't think so. Bunker being built up now as well, right on top of the expansion. More bunkers. Oh, my apologies, supply depots. So here comes the army of Avilo. He's got himself a couple of Vikings, a Banshee, and a Raven. As well as these Helions. These Phoenixes are still on the prowl. Do they have their upgrades ready yet? No, they don't. So Protoss air weapons are still being built. So let's look at resources here. As yeah, they're actually they're going quite nicely up in the air. Using their ability to, oh, very nicely done. All of these SCVs are being pushed in towards the air. Very nicely done. Although that ghost is doing a real amount of damage, but very well played. This expansion is pretty much dead on that front. How many SCVs are we talking about? 31 SCVs versus 52 probes. That is a huge amount of resources right there. And now with Templar archives being built as well, and with 3 more gateways queued up. And Immortals now coming out as well. A huge amount being queued up now. And expect those Templar to come out as well. And there's more pylons being built just to make sure that he cannot run out of supply. But wow. Templar archives as well as the Twilight Council. Helions on the go. We do once again have these Phoenixes on the harassment. Oh, it was such nice micro there. Putting them up in the air as they should, and then, well, taking them out. Some of the Vikings are a little bit low. Some of the Phoenixes are a little bit low, though. They're so fast. Wow. As at this point, they may be able to be used against these Helions, but they're not going to be able to do them just to spare that energy on them. These Helions are still in the base, and yeah, there we go, finally. It's not actually doing anything with them. Let's try and get these Helions. Yeah, they're trying to go after the probes. There we go, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Microed up in the air. They're going to die. There we go, nicely done. In the meantime, though, let's take a look at the army of Avilo. He's got himself a lot of Marines, a couple of Ghosts, and a couple of Vikings. But for the rest, it is fairly weak. A couple of siege tanks. Does he actually have siege tank deployment? Yes, he does. There's a Psystorm now being researched on the Templar archives. It's actually being chrono boosted. So he's quickly wanting to get that on the map, as well as another forge being built. Well, actually, his first forge. So he wants those upgrades. He wants those upgrades on towards the their units. So we have another expansion going on here. Nexus coming out. But yeah, forge. Maybe trying to get a couple of photon cannons there, because he does know it was a little bit of harassment there. So once again, a lot of harassment for these Phoenixes here. They're getting pounded quite heavily by this missile turret, but it did do a lot of damage, and there's no missile turret back here. I think I do have a couple of Vikings, but they're not going to last for very long. There we go. These Phoenixes aren't staying alive long enough to do enough damage. So yeah, we have let's say Caldarian Amulet, as well as photon cannons being queued up. This base, oh damn, I'm good. Yeah, we have these photon cannons finally being built. Forge was a good call regardless, and yeah, he is going for ground weapon upgrades on those. But this base is almost running out, and does he have any stalkers? Yes, he does. He's got an Immortal, 70 Zealots, and 2 stalkers, and 9 Phoenixes. And he's continuing to build up. Troglodyte is. And I think he might actually have the upper hand at this point when it comes to the base. Spending-wise, though, both sides are right on top of one another. The Troglodyte has built a significant amount of more research. Economy-wise, income is almost exactly the same. Very, 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 very nice. So both sides are expanding quickly. And we have an orbital command here now as well. That wasn't the original one, interestingly enough. Two more factories. More siege tanks. Or Thors, but if he does go Thors, yeah, well then he'll need to build up the Thor upgrade, which is called the let me see what it's called. Yeah, the 250mm cannons. He's not researching that at this moment, so don't expect any Thors in the near future. So right now it's just Vikings and another starport. Another one? Interesting. A third starport, as well as another factory. Where my Hellions in queue. Meanwhile, those Phoenixes are toast. And they did try to harass this SCV. But his base is quite big, and then we have two very large army on a standoff. Right in front of one another. And Void Rays. We have 4 Void Rays being queued up now. From 4 Stargates. And we... Ooh, oh, did he build a fleet beacon? Yes, he did. He did build a fleet beacon. Are we finally going to see them? That is what I'm wondering right now. Are we going to see carriers? We don't have enough. Oh, listen. Do you hear that? That is the sound of awesome. Void Rays are here. More Void Rays being queued up. Is he actually going to upgrade his... He'll need those flux veins to get those Void Rays up. Oh, look at that. That is sick. There we go. One Void Ray comes in and the attack is en route. And the photon cannons are getting pounded quite heavily with these Hellions in tow, as well as the siege tanks. The siege tanks need to go down quickly as these ghosts are trying to take down the Void Rays as they're going around. But the attack is just a little bit too much as these Zealots are getting annihilated by the siege tanks. These Void Rays are not going to survive very long either. They are trying to take down as much as they can. Viking is going to go down, but there's already a missile turret back here. It's a bit of a shame because, and a missile turret being built straight in the front line. Troglodyte is going to lose his base. Where's the rest of the units? Well, Zealots being warped in. His Immortal's not going to survive a very long for these Hellions. Ooh, as the Zealots are charging in. More Void Rays are here. And again, where are those cannons? Always want to have... there we go. Managed to turn down the assault. More Void Rays are being built up. But why would you go for a fleet beacon if you do not actually use it? Come on, build those flux veins. And you can't use them in a mothership, and you can't afford carriers. Especially now that expansion is gone. But more Void Rays are here. A bit late in the game to actually be of very much use, but we'll have to see. Steal nothing from that fleet beacon. Such a great sound. Void Rays coming out of the Stargates. Sexy. 5 Void Rays. Ooh, and 5 High Templar. And there they are. And they will be able to get their Psystorm out. They're slowly recharging. But in the meanwhile, though, spending-wise, Avilo is starting to get ahead. His army is large. His economy is huge. He's managed to take down Starcraft's initial expansion as well. Well, not so much his initial expansion, but his second expansion. And he's doing a lot of stuff in his base. More Vikings coming out all over the place. I'm still... I wonder why can't we have battle cruisers? Seriously, I love battle cruisers in the original with the Yamato cannon and all that. It was so sexy. So here we go. The assault is underway once again. And we have another command center. That is aggressive. Another expansion coming out here. And they're going to go and take down these assimilators. There we go. They actually managed to take down one of the High Templar that was sitting around. And the siege tanks will do the rest. We now have Thors as well. As at this point, Troglodyte will need some great Psystorming to take away this force. It's going to be difficult for him to do so. He will need to initiate with those High Templar. With the High Templar initially, we'll have to see if he can actually do that. But still, though, still not using that fleet beacon. He was planning something to do with that, but because he lost an expansion, he cannot afford to do it anymore. Here we go. High Templar need to move quickly. Need to move him with that Psystorm. Oh, and they're getting annihilated. They never even got a chance to get that Psystorm off. And good game is called by Troglodyte. Sees the massive, huge army of Avilo in the back with all of these siege tanks and all of these Vikings, and he tries to go head on with the High Templar, and that is just asking for it right there. Good game being called as Troglodyte calls it. And Avilo wins his match with a huge onslaught of Vikings and siege tanks. If Troglodyte had moved a little bit differently early in the game and actually be a little bit more aggressive, for example, with those stalkers, then he may have been able to do something about it. But sadly, was not the case. As he, well, goes down in towards the footnotes of history, as Avilo wins his match with a sheer amount. Look at these Vikings. That is well, 6, 12. That's 17 Vikings versus what, like 6 Void Rays. No wonder you call it a game. Regardless, though, this has been Aspec here on day number 22 of 30 days. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. And be sure to check in tomorrow for day 23 on Quad V. And also leave your comments below for my feedback and all that jazz. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you tomorrow.